What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BlackTideTV. In today's video, I've got some cage match etiquette for Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered for you. Essentially, how not to be a douchebag when you're playing cage match in MWR. So Modern Warfare Remastered being the remaster of Call of Duty 4. Call of Duty 4, we still trash talked, we still treated each other like garbage, but at the same time, we had a mutual respect for each other and a mutual respect for the rules, the community guidelines. Community guidelines, for example, Juggernaut. It's a terrible perk. We all kind of recognized that at the time. We all said, okay, Juggernaut is a pretty AIDS perk. Let's mostly stay away from that. And most of the community did. We all kind of followed each other's example and we said, all right, we're not going to use Juggernaut anymore. Well, Cage Match kind of has this same style of guideline. While modern Call of Duties are introducing game modes that have created class setups like, for example, one shot in Advanced Warfare, where you absolutely have to use this class, this class, this class, or this class. Cage Match isn't like that. Cage Match is a 1v1 free-for-all. You can put on whatever you want, you can do whatever you want, but for the most part, the community would appreciate it if you stuck to one playstyle, and I'm going to be introducing you to that playstyle today. So today's video is mostly geared towards those of you that are playing Modern Warfare Remastered that never played Call of Duty 4, but maybe you played Call of Duty 4 and you just never got the point. Maybe you're still stuck in your douchebaggy ways, and I am hoping to cure you of that today. So starting off with 100% of the time, not necessarily, but 98% of the time, definitely, Cage Match is used for sniper rifles only. At the beginning in COD 4, a lot of people thought that Cage Match was this big competitive game mode where you're supposed to take out your AK-74U and just go balls to the wall, sweaty, tryhard all the way. But that isn't really what it's used for. That's what it was at the beginning, but as the game started to age, the sniper started to take over the playlist, and this is quickly where the 1v1 sniper mentality kind of came in. Shipment 1v1s with snipers only through Cage Match on Call of Duty 4. This is where that was born, and that is why you need to be using a sniper rifle when you're playing this game mode. Now, there's a bunch of rules that actually apply to using a sniper rifle, and I'm going to explain those for you. So first things first, no aid snipers like the Dragunov or the M21. You don't want these snipers that you can just sit at the back of the map, these semi-autos that you can spam. For the most part, you can use the Barrett because it's more or less a one-shot kill. As long as you're quick scoping with it, as long as you are shooting it like a respectable gentleman, you're shooting it one shot at a time. Do not start spamming the Barrett, or you will get hate mail. People do not like when you spam the Barrett. For the most part, though, you can use it because it is more or less a one-shot kill sniper rifle, and it's not generally considered as one of the semi-autos like the Dragunov or the M21. So just no Dragunov, no M21, and when you're using the Barrett, just watch your fire rate. Don't start spamming at people or people are going to get mad at you. So second rule, no ACOG sites. Unless you absolutely need the ACOG site on, say, the M40, just so you can get it up, then go for it. But for the most part, a lot of people will dislike it if you use ACOG sites. A lot of the sniper community has kind of got a negative connotation towards the ACOG site. A lot of people consider the ACOG site to not be sniping at all. A lot of people don't consider that official sniping, and they will get mad if you use the ACOG site. It really depends on the person. So say if you're using an ACOG site, it might be wise to kind of go on comms and actually ask the person if it's okay to use ACOG site or discuss it with them before you start the match, because if you're going to use an ACOG site, there's a good chance you're either going to get hate mail or you're going to get somebody that's going to rage quit on you, and then you might get matched with one of the sweaty tryhards that's going to use a red gun the whole time, and that's going to be super annoying. So if you're using an ACOG, just make sure it's okay with the other person to use an ACOG. But for the most part, try and stay away from ACOG. Try and just become a half-decent sniper that doesn't require ACOG all the time. How about that? Next big rule, do not pull a pistol unless you get a hit marker. That's the only time a gentleman ever pulls a pistol in a sniper battle in any game mode, in any Call of Duty ever. If you have to be that guy that needs to pull out a pistol or a secondary weapon or secondary primary if you're using overkill, which, by the way, do not use fucking overkill. But if you are one of those guys that needs to pull out a secondary weapon the second that somebody gets in your face, then you're not a true sniper and you shouldn't even be playing Cage Match. Just leave. Honestly, the only time you should ever pull a pistol is once you get a hit marker, because when you're using the respectable sniper rifles, the R700, the M40A3, the Bear 50 cal, mostly you're going to be getting one-shot kills, and when you do get a hit marker, they are at like 1 health. And when they're at 1 health, you do have the option to pull a pistol and run up on them and try and get that one shot on them. But if you can't get the shot on for a couple seconds, switch back to your sniper, because they're going to be at full health again, and you're going to have to get back into that sniper battle. But do not be that guy that pulls a pistol when they see an enemy halfway across the map and starts running up on them. Don't pull a deagle. Don't be that guy. Just try your best to use a sniper for most of the game, and you will be regarded in much higher affinity. Now, rushing through a couple of these ones here because they're pretty obvious. No tacticals, no frags, just no equipment in general. Don't be that guy that's throwing frags across shipment when you're playing a 1v1 sniper match. No jug, no martyrdom, no last stand. Don't be using the AIDS perks. Just stick to the classic sniper perks, stick to stopping power, stick to deep impact, and I like to use bandolier just because it shows the enemy when they see your class that you aren't going to be that guy doing the douchey thing using claymores or C4, or you're not going to be using RPGs or frags times 3, tax times 3. Bandolier is the only really respectable kind of perk one that you can 100% prove that you're not going to do anything AIDS. So try and use bandolier if you have it unlocked, but tax times 3 if you're going to put that on, or whatever, or RPGs, and just not shoot them. But just try not to use equipment in general, because it's kind of a dick move. Now, these other rules that I have aren't necessarily for in-game, but they're sort of for in-between games and stuff. But these are more general rules, not just rules about using the sniper rifles themselves. So mics are not required, but they are appreciated. It's always good to have a good mic conversation and talk to the other player, get a feel for where they are, and get a feel for their skill level, get a feel for all that stuff by talking to them. The Cage Match game mode allows you to talk to your enemy while you play, and it really helps you out because you sometimes can never find them, and it's just very helpful for finding your enemy. It's very great for just communicating with them. Like I said, when you're asking them about ACOG site, how are you going to do that if you don't have a mic on? So mics are not required, but they are appreciated. Equip your sniper class before you get into a game mode. People can actually see what class you are running based on whatever creative class you customized last. So go to your custom class, or go to your custom class menu, click on your sniper class, and then back out of your creative class menu, and it will show the enemy that you are going to be using a sniper rifle when they scroll over your name. And that's super, super helpful. Just do that so that people know that you are going to be sniping. Head to mid at spawns. When you start in the game, head straight to the middle, and it'll help you for getting the match underway a lot quicker. For the most part, you're going to be in bigger maps. A lot of these maps are really, really large, and they're hard to find an enemy in. So if you start the game by running to mid and getting into that initial gunfight, you'll kind of set yourself up, and then you'll know the spawns from there. So run to mid at spawn, at the original spawn, stay in familiar areas or close proximity after that, and if it's been like 30 seconds and you haven't seen your enemy in a while, take out your pistol and fire into the air to show them where you are. Last but not least, don't rage quit. Show appreciation by putting GG in your clan tag whenever you finish a game. And always, always, always vote for shipment. That is it for my rule list for Cage Match. I hope this helped you. Go out there and try some sniping 1v1s. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more daily gaming goodness. And I'll see you guys on the next one.